Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War. It's remastered, you know that. It's going to be Best and Larva here on Polypoid. It's a 2024 replay. It's from RJB. Bottom right, it's Larva. Is he terrifying? Yes, he is. In the top left, we've got Best, who is also very, very scary. We've got some people watching. Hey, Sulky's here. What's up, dude? Do you still need money after winning 3 straight ASL and SSL tournaments? Maybe he does. Maybe he retired this name, but we will see. As of this recording, let's see, February, today's the 12th when I'm recording this. SSL 2 is delayed, according to RJB, who hears rumors that some licensing issues with Blizzard are still being ironed out for SSL 2. Again, Microsoft bought Blizzard Activision last year, so I think that is why, but man, fingers crossed that there will be more SSL events in the future here. Wow, it's going to be 11 pool here, or 11 hatch here for Larva. And a Nexus first in a PvZ, man. Blind Nexus first here from Best. I cast another game recently where he went blind Nexus first in a PvZ and got away with it, like, right now. So, holy smokes, Best and Larva. Best, you are a gambler, and you need to be a gambler. I feel like you need to be a gambler if you want to take down Larva here. Cannon up. Oh, never mind, not a cannon, it's a gateway. Yes, he did scout the late pool here and the early hatch and the late gas, and says, I don't need a cannon now. And the drone says, hey, that's a Nexus first. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do to me here? So then a early third here on the low ground on the bottom left side of Polypoid. The probe says, what are you going to do with your first 100 gas, man? What are you going to do? 90, 100, and lair. Good scout. Good scout of the lair. No Hydralisk Den. So I think we're going to see a Spire here. Maybe a Spire to punish the Nexus first, because Corsairs are going to be a little bit later after a Nexus first here. Right? Nexus first, and then a little bit of a later gate, which means a later Cyber Core, which means a later, later Cyber Core, which means a later Stargate. Maybe mutas are a little bit of the answer here. And bam, 4 minutes and 45 seconds here for this, the Spire. Third base, done. Scouting it. Is this probe? We're going to try to shut it down here with Slow Zealot, Citadel being warped in. And Lings across the map, and with the cannon and 2 zealots here, unless Best messes up a lot here, there is no way. Oh, okay, hang on a second. You're gonna get Lings in here. It's wide open. It is wide open here, Larva. And the zealots are like, okay, all right, back. There are too many Lings there to shut down the third base. Macro hatch, fourth base on the way here from Larva as well. We're gonna slow it down now. And run by. Oh, man. Run by. Templar Archives. And not a Stargate here from Best. Okay, so we are making Mutalisks. There we go. 2 Mutalisks here in production. We are taking so many chances here. If you're a Best fan, I'm nervous for him. Are you nervous for him? I am. Wow. Sunken, Lings, yeah. I think this is going to be A-okay here for Larva. Having to pull the drones. He's got 28 now. We'll see how many he has after this battle. And yeah, so Zealots are getting burned down. We got ourselves 2 Sunkens here trying to take them down. And a Mutalisk shows up. Oh, and some more Zealots show up here. Okay. Fair enough, man. Wow, 2 Mutalisks, huh? Still pumping out Zealots 4 at a time. And this one is scouting. It's like, aha, you already have a 4th base warping in here. That Zealot has 2 kills. These 2 Zealots are showing up full of Vim and Vinegar. Wait, Vim and Vigor? I don't know what it is. Vim's an old word. I'm an old person. I'm interested in old things, and I'm an old person, which makes me extra old. And ye old Zealot is gonna die. Why are they trying to... I mean, go after the drones, man. They're at least gonna die. You're probably not killing that creep. And more Zealots hoofing it across here. Wow. So, yeah, honestly, investing in more mutas would be pretty cool here. If you can burn down a couple cannons, you can probably wipe out the entire main base of the Protoss right now. Not sure that Larva recognizes that, but I mean, at this point, there hasn't been a Corsair, right? Hasn't killed this Overlord. This Scourge is looking. The Scourge is like, do you have Corsairs? No? You're really not making a Stargate, huh? Seems weird. The Zealots just keep dying. It is 36 workers to 38 in favor of the Protoss right now. Zerg players feeling pretty happy about that. Not bothering to get Overlord speed here either. Not even worried about it a teeny tiny bit. Archons for anti-air against the incoming Mutalisks, which there's 5. He's not investing here. A Hydraulic Den on the way. It's just one of those times that I'm okay with seeing a ton of mutas in this matchup. Yeah, dealing with Archons is kind of a pain in the butt. If you've got mutas, as evidenced right there by that Archon getting a nice solid hit off on that pack of the Mutalisks. Singularity Charge is coming in. Trying to deal with the Lurkers that are probably on the way because we're not seeing a lot of mutas. Therefore, the gas is going somewhere. And it's probably going into Hydras and into Lurkers. Trying to take down a couple Dragoons. There are no High Templar to snipe yet. Because, by golly, that's a Templar Archives. So there will be High Templar to snipe at some point. Keeping yourselves alive would be a good thing. Trying to jump on a couple of these trailing Dragoons, but the Archons come back. Good against all this stuff, against the Lings and the Mutas. Gonna be fine. Just buying a little bit of time. Yeah, just basically picking at the backside, trying to buy a little bit of time for these Sunkens to come in here at the front door of this bottom left area, which is well controlled by Larva. So, Larva looking good, honestly. Larva having a fantastic time. He's got 4 bases. He's kind of messing with the 3rd base attempts here by Best. Checking this base. Checking this base. Polypoid is a good map for that. There's the Psystorm on the way. Lurker Aspect is just about done. Sunkening up in case these guys show up at either location. Good man with the static defense here. Larva knows what's up. And he's just kind of playing this harass game. Just trying to pick off a couple of these dudes at the back end of the caravan so that the Archons have to come back and they don't actually get around to attacking that 4th base. He's bleeding Lings for it. And now Lurkers are on the way. And now, do you have detection? No, you don't have detection at all. What is this game from Best? The man doesn't have an observatory yet. I think he's trying to buy time. Are there Lurkers coming in here? These Dragoons setting back with their range upgrade, fired away on the forward Sunkens and on the forward macro hatches. And the Lurkers are here, and now it's like, oh, so now what do you do? Lings and Mutas thinking about busting in here. That's 1 cannon. You could probably take it down. He's attacking this gate. I think he's trying to get bounces onto that cannon, but that didn't work at all. No glaive bounces at all onto the cannon. That's very weird. Yeah, I can't get in here because there are Lurkers and you don't have any observers. Observatory is there. Now warping in inside the main base. Still no 3rd base from Best. Thinking about it. Thinking about it now, in fact. As that Nexus comes in, the Mutas are like, oh, really? Really? And the Dragoons say, yes, really. I'm going to get a 3rd base here. You get out of here. There's a DT out. He doesn't have any kills yet. Fine, fine. Wonderful by him. Creeps coming in for, I guess, Sunkens. This DT sees this Ling run up here. 3rd base is, I was going to say, not really defended, but Best is keeping his army in the general vicinity of that base, and we'll see how that works out for him. Man, investing in more Sunkens. Yeah, if a DT unloads and gets inside this base, a lot of stuff's going to die. So just having a couple Sunkens in there is great. I like this. Larva says, yeah, my 4th base was way ahead of the 3rd base of the Protoss, although a 4th base is coming in from Best to try to make up for that, as you do. So far, I'm liking it. I'm liking Larva's game. Best game has been weird. The man is playing a modern-day PvZ without a Stargate. And sure, his 3rd base was late. He made up for it with a fast 4th base, which he's defending. Every time I look at this flock of mutas, there's like 1 more in it. He's just sprinkling extra mutas in to grow this muta flock in a way that is very, very slow and like intentional. Good snipe on that High Templar. One of them gets the other one. Ah! You can't Archon dance now. Get out of here. Ooh, free probe, free probe, free probe. Not recognizing it. Trying to get it in that 3rd base. Cause some issues. Queen's Nest on the way. Oh boy, that's hive timing for sure at about 12 minutes. Yeah, I think Larva's playing this clinically. He's making more Mutalisks, continuing to recognize that Corsairs are not going to be a problem for him today. Yeah, who does this? Who does a no Stargate open here in a PvZ against Larva, of all people. It says Larva there. He's not using a crazy Smurf name. He's just, you know, he's bragging about himself, but he's telling everyone it's Larva. You can't brag about yourself if your name's not in your name. If you're just going barcode, you can't exactly be boastful, can ya? Can ya? Anyway, tap that like button, subscribe. All right, I'm here 6 times a week with StarCraft content. Really focused, awesome games like this. I'm also streaming 6 times a week. I am making a full-time go of this. I'm trying to become somebody like unto Artosis, like unto Tasteless, who can do StarCraft casting every day, and that can pay the mortgage and pay the bills and everything else. And it's working out so far, so thanks everyone for the support, especially you if you're a patron or a channel member or a Twitch sub. You are the best. Swinging in 11 mutas. See, this is what we're talking about. Did he give them any upgrades? No, it's just 0 mutas. Like I said, if you can burn down a couple cannons in this main base, it's kind of foregone. A foregone conclusion. A lot of problems are going to happen here. Probes running for it. Dragoons trying to save them. Probes on the gas getting target fired there. Always a tale as old as time. And here comes an attack with obs, with Dragoons, with Zealots here into the natural base. Hive is not quite done yet, which means we don't have Dark Swarm or Plague. This is going to be a very tier 2 hold. Lings busting up. Man, if they had a Dark Swarm, this would be done, but they don't. Too many cannons for those Lings to handle now. They don't have Adrenal. They don't have Defilers. Adrenal's coming in. Where's the Defiler mound? At some point, he has to make one. I also thought about getting a 5th base down here, and Zealot's like, how about I chase you down and kill you instead? The drone's like, no! What if I got a 5th base up here? Says Larva. Oh, that's fine. That's totally acceptable. Says Best, because I don't know about it. Oh, these mutas have taken some hits, haven't they? They dive back on into the main base anyway, just as the cannons finish warping in, and he's like, ah, that timing sucks. This Zealot being such a bully. These Lings are going to bully him in return. 2 bullyings do make a non-bullying. I believe that's math. 8 mutas, not making any more of those. Saving up the gas, I'm assuming for... He's getting upgrades with his gas right now. Oh, I guess he did make a few more mutas to re-up that 11 count. Lings have Adrenal now, so they're like, okay, now we fight. We come in from all directions. We'll fight Dragoons. We'll fight Zealots. We will fight these Archons with the Adrenal on some level. Okay, actually, not going as well for the Adrenal Lings as they probably thought it should have. Still trying to make sure this base doesn't happen. It's not happening. He's up here. Larva's up in the top right, man. Ooh, a Maelstrom on the way. That's part of the anti-air. Dragoons, Archons, Maelstrom Storm combos. Who needs a Corsair is what I have to say today. This is insane. Trying to get a left side 5th base. Yep. Nope, say the Lings. And do they escape at all? Run the other way. There's another exit. Take the 2nd exit, boys. There you go. And maybe you could snipe the probes like, nope. Nope, not going that way. Defiler Mound is finally getting started at 16. He's really delayed that Defiler Mound. He's rather investing in these mutas, which he's like, it's so nice to not have to worry about Corsairs with my Mutalisks. They're kind of viable here at 16 minutes. Sort of wonderful. It's kind of like if there was a Corsair ball and it got wiped out and the mutas can reign supreme now, right? We've seen it. We've seen it time and time again. I like how he thinks he's denying a 5th base by keeping this free of Zerg, but no. This has been happening for a while now, and I'm pretty sure Best is completely unaware of it. 172 to 159 supply. Best is up. About 20 supply here on the Zerg, which, ooh, catching a whiff of that Dark Archon too. Chasing it down, chasing it down. Ah, putting it in Ling jail. No, and that, save him, save him. Oh, they totally saved him. 54 shields on that guy. Ah, very, very close to death. Those Lings went for it and ate it. And by ate it, I mean they died. They didn't actually eat the Dark Archon as they wanted to. Consumes coming in. This is a weird game, I think, for both players. Right? Best is all, where the heck is the Plague? Where's the Dark Swarm? Oh, gosh, those mutas just ate a huge... Who needs Maelstrom if the mutas will just sit there inside a storm and eat it? Zealots running around. This base has literally no defense in it, but it does have 2 Nidus Canals, which means it has all of the defense in it. Look, here they come. And here they are. And behold, the Zealot is dead. See? These guys heading down to the right side to see if there's a base down there. No. But yeah, Laura was expecting Corsairs. No. Best is expecting, you know, Dark Swarm and Plague by the 17-minute mark, but no. And Lurkers and Dark Swarm at the top of this ramp would be so good, but we don't have Consume yet. So here comes Best up the ramp. We got some Hydras, some Cracklings, some Lurkers putting in some work here. Obs falling back means the whole army's falling back. There's Lurkers there. You can't do this without the Obs. Not sure what Best saw that he's that worried about, but man, I think he could have got up there. I think he could have gotten up there. He's maxed out. Maybe that's a mistake from him. Apparently a Hydralist tried to get into this base, but that was ill-advised as its corpse is into the ground now. Another base there. We've got ourselves a Ventral Sax. Yes, Falcon says drops. Falcon is happy when he says the word drops. They are delicious and nutritious. 73 workers for the Zerg is really bad for Best here. That's a massive amount of economy. 5, 6 bases here for the Zerg. That many workers. Super late game. He's got Dark Swarm now. There it is. Now the Lurker. Oh, now you Psy Storm inside it. That's what we're here for. Is that Psy Storm? Is that Dark Swarm? Is that combination? The Zealots getting inside there too, trying to fight as best they can. They do well. They're not invincible in there, unfortunately. Ooh, that Defiler consumed and died. This attack is pretty strong from Best. Gonna lose. Ooh, gonna lose the Hydra Den. That's huge. Hang on. Sunken's getting some major hits off. Hydra's coming on a flank attack. Hide inside the Dark Swarm against the Hydras. Yes. Oh, nope. Hold on. Stutter stepping through the Dark Swarm. I guess that's what that is. Larva trying to prevent the retreat here. Coming up this right side. Hydra's getting obliterated. That whole army dies. Excellent engagement from Larva. Now Larva's up 20 supply. That was looking bad for the Zerg player for a minute, but beautiful micro. Beautiful surround, beautiful overall engagement. I love that Best still thinks this base is happening, and he needs to stop it. Okay, well, every Muta's dead now. Why are we fighting an Archon? Plus 3 attack on those guys, 39 damage per shot. Splash. Who cares if it's even Splash? It doesn't even matter if it's Splash. Archons are just that good against Zerg, giving single target damage. Huge, huge, huge hits. Yeah, low ground base, top right, not defended whatsoever. That's not going to happen for you, is it? No. Lurker, sniped. Well done. Lings have 2-2 and Adrenal. You might get plagued if you come up here. Yeah, this time. This time it makes sense, because Defilers exist. They have Plague, and the Zealots going out in front there mean they're going to get plagued. So we're back into a regular late game here, where PvZ features no Mutalisks at all. Of course, all the Corsairs are dead, which is a little bit weird. And where's the spell casting? There it is. Nice feedback. Double feedback on the Defilers. Sick. Dark Archon's going to die, but by golly, he put in the work. He does explode. Nice feedback on both of those Defilers. Incredible play. Incroyable, as the French would say. Now up in supply Best by 10, which means he's down in late game against Zerg. Not happy about it. Might try to re-expand up here, Larva, if the army's all the way over on this side of the map. Expanding where they're not is a fine idea. Guess what's over here, though? Is there not a Nidus Canal over here? There is. It's right there. Okay, well, those Hydras try to turn into Lurkers, then cancel that. Then I'll die to Psy Storm, which is real bad. Plague, Dark Swarm. Where are the Defilers popping out of this Nidus? We need them. Here's everyone just kind of walking over here instead of using the Nidus like they're in the Middle Ages, man. The medieval times. Positively barbaric. Lurkers burrowing in, trying to avoid shots from anything, trying to avoid shots from the Archons, from the Dragoons. Drones evacing from this bottom left-hand base. Lings covering their retreat by holding the ramp with their Adrenal upgrades. Ling trying to shut down an Archon before it summons on the battlefield. It will summon, but not with much HP or shields at all. Scrappy attack in the bottom left here. Best is up about 20 supply now. There's the Plague. That should have come in like a million years ago. Great Storm placement, though. Man, Best is killing it with these Storm placements, dude. Absolutely insane battles here at 22 minutes. We've got more StarCraft to come here. This game is not over yet, man. This position is getting reinforced by both players. Drones are trying to get back to work. That was a mistake. That's a 4-kill Zealot. That hatchery is getting focused down. Best is strongly taking the lead here. Now, about about 25 supply ahead. 30's where you want to be. to be even, and it looks like he's more than that now. It really does. Busting up this ramp, the Psystorm's getting some major hits here. Best's APM, woo, 280, 370 for the Zerg player. About traditional to see those numbers be where they are in a PvZ. Is there an attack coming in? Oh my gosh, a Zealot attack into this high ground base outside of the main 2. Not even sure what number base that is, 7 or 8 or something. These 2 Sunkens might actually be enough to hold this little attack. These Archons, pretty hurt. Actually, that guy's fairly healthy, but they're like, all right, 1 base down is good enough. Let's fall back. We've established this base. We're up there too. Didn't really expand to a new one behind this attack. Maybe probably should have, with 54 workers and a quickly mining out natural. 3rd base cannot be long for this world either. What an insane game. This is definitely a DEFCON 1. DEFCON 1. Oh, 3 o'clock base dies. Do a tiny little Zealot run by. No defense. Dude, Best is winning this game right now. He killed 2 bases. Didn't lose anything of his own. He's up. 20 supply. Close enough. I'm going to give him that. If you kill 2 bases and you're up 20 supply, I'm feeling okay about ya. At least from a PvZ perspective. Larva not retaking this base. Feel like he should be. Feels like he should be retaking this base. It's probably worth it. Not a lot worth it, but worth it. And even just for defending this base too, right? Having the low ground makes it harder for this base to die. A lot of macro hatches here too. So that one going down would be pretty bad news. Nice block of the ramp. And coming, here we go. This is where a lot of PvZs kind of begin and end. Is at this position. High ground, lurkers, sunken, lings running in, Psystorms, Archons, blowing on everything. Reinforcing Hydras bumping in here a little bit closer to the main base for the Zerg player than it is for the Protoss. Extra High Templar joining in here too. Psystorm's getting tossed down on everything, but it's a retreat. It's a retreat from Best. The hatch lives. Sniping retreating High Templar. Sniping retreating Observers too if you can. That Archon was going to get sniped down by the Hydras, but the Psystorm saving his butt. Woof. Huge engagement there. 150 to 153 supply. Larva takes the lead in overall supply after that. That was a good trade for him. 1 Defiler gets sniped out in the middle of the map. There's his blood. That was a Hydralisk I was looking at earlier. This Archon 1v1ing against Hydralisks. He will kill a couple of them, but eventually it's too much and he explodes. Trying to take this base here is Best. Good Plague again. Where are my lurkers? Where are my Zerglings coming out of the infinite Christmas tree nidus where all good things come from? Defilers trying to get on an angle to get a plague. There you go. Big plague. Ooh. New base for the first time in a while here from Best. Up about 10 supply. The back and forth swings in this game and overall supply have been amazing. And finally taking the 6 o'clock here is Larva. It was supposed to be his 5th, but I think it's about his 9th base right now, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Maybe 8. Maybe 8th base. If this one isn't being taken. Another plague and another retreat here from Best. See, this is where it gets harder. Late game against Zerg when they have 69 workers is a giant feat. Not that you can't defeat them. Not that they can't be beat. Ooh, High Templar snipe is good. Oh, man, that is good. That is really good. Plague Zealot can still beat Lings on some level. He just long-distance mining this base. He decides not worth putting a hatch here. I still think putting some Sunkens down there would be really, really useful for the overall defense of that area. Hydras, how did you get over here? That's what Best is wondering. I was like, how did they? Maybe they dropped or something. The man has the Ventral Sacs after all. Best still has not forgotten about this 6 o'clock and how much he wants Larva to not actually have it. But reinforcements show up and save it. Drones transferring in here. Lurkers, Hydras on the high ground. Observer getting chased away, but lives. So Best is going to be a 3-base miner here. Ooh, a plague from here on top of these drones is interesting. I mean, not that they're necessarily tanky anyway, but... Hum. 185 to 191 supply. Larva's up. Larva is ahead. Both these players, I want to say, are on about the same level. Both on elite levels. Maybe not going to win SSL 2, but also, you know, probably top 16, right? Top 8 kind of talent here at least. Best turns around again. He really is not interested in going up into the top right. He decides probably it's not enough. not worth fighting for. Big attack back into this high grounder. Again, these bases, the wide ramps make them really attractive for attacking, and defending can be pretty good here too. Nice play because of the high ground scenario. Zealot Archon really good against the Lings that are coming in here. Lings are on the backside, trying to get a flank attack on the Dragoons on the back. Gonna snipe all those guys out. I think the bigger threat are the melee units. I mean, Archons aren't technically melee, but they basically are. Tons of drones died there. 58 remain for Larva. This base does go down. Will this army make it out of here alive? They're kind of being protected by the Dark Swarm here against these Hydras anyway. Lurker comes in, dies immediately. This Archon heavy comp from Best late game is exactly what you need and exactly what he's been going into on purpose. Wiping that base out. This base is not coming back. Best is now up in supply, but not as much as he'd like to be. It's only 2 or 3. Ooh, this attack down into the 6 o'clock, which he has very jealously been guarding today, is amazing. Did he replague these probes? Maybe replague these probes. 12 lurkers at a time in production, in that production tab. Getting up this ramp. Not enough zealots maybe to bank. Oh, these zealots are doing some good work. 19 kill Archon. 2 19 kill Archons, man. I think the lurkers might take them all out. Yeah, both the 19 kill Archons die. Lurker surprisingly good against Archons, and the base lives, and he escapes with 1 hit point. Somebody spit on him. There you go. Good snipe. Great snipe there by Larva. He's like, didn't realize that guy was so dead. What is this? Is that another plague attempt? I guess he tried a lurker drop on top of this mineral line with a little Dark Swarm on the lurkers, but it appears that Psystorm took care of that one. Maybe just 1 lurker, as that guy has 1 kill. Lurker City here, forcing Best back. Larva! Up 10 supply. You know what that means. Larva's ahead. The Psystorms have been good. The Archons have been getting millions of kills. The Zealots have been more tanky than you expect them to be in a late-game PvZ situation. But I think Larva may just be ahead here at 30 minutes. This game is not over. Not by a long stretch. But being on even supply here for Best is very, very bad. Good. Psystorm. Man. Every pro player, 11 kills on that High Templar is right out of the academy too. Every pro player's storms are always perfect, dude. They always hit just the Lings. They never murder their own things. Trying to bust this base down again with Dark Swarm Ling Lurker, but Psystorm is the answer to all of this problem. It looks really bad, but probes keep mining. Life goes on because of the power of Psionic Storm. For the psionic powers that be. $171 to $138 supply. Best is now up 30 supply. Here we go. Here we go. Making some good trades. Denying bases. 6 o'clock is not exactly denied. This base being denied is actually a pretty big deal. Nobody's even tried to expand there yet. I think it's the only base that hasn't had an attempted expansion. Maybe this one too. In 31 minutes. On Polypoid. Even Steven game. Thanks RJB for the amazing match, by the way. This has been a ton of fun. A completely Corsair-less PvZ that's gotten to 30 minutes. That's nuts. I mean, it's a Nexus first. That probably helped. But Best, man, taking risks and getting to the end game against Larva. Can't really complain. It's not like the build is bad. It's not like if you skip Corsairs, you just die. This has been really, really effective by Best to make it to this point regardless. Plague's getting tossed back. Lurker's getting stabbed out of the ground. Larva, 147 supply. Nobody has much of a bank at all. And once again, Best is just not interested in going up this ramp. He's willing to get to the foot of it and cause some issues, but every time he can maybe charge up it, he decides not to. There's only 1 Lurker and a handful of Lings at the top. Lings going for a weird counterattack. We usually don't see attacks up straight towards the natural base of the enemy. Where is your Dark Swarm? Yeah, these probes are like, actually, we might need to help against these 3/3 cracklings. Because they are mean against my cannons. Yes, they are. But a probes fight, hey, that was awesome. Saved it. 190 to 136 supply. That Ling throwaway was really bad. Oh, hold on. Hold your horses, everybody. I think Best might have just pulled this off. He's up way, way in supply. He has a maxed out army. It's about 140 here from Larva. Some of these are Scourge, which I guess if you're trying to snipe obs, sure, but dude, what's the counterattack into this high ground base? Looks like it will be defended. These Zealots putting in work. The attack down to the 6 o'clock. If everybody pushes up this ramp, there you go. He pushes up the ramp, gets on top of the lurkers, snipes them all out, and Larva taps out Best. Ho-ho! Pulls out the win in a 33-minute PvZ wherein he went Nexus first, did not get a Stargate the entire time, and has a maxed out army at 33 minutes. That helps a lot. Dude, this attack was just ill-fated for sure. This attack down to the south was awesome. This Ling attack was, again, ill-advised. I still think not replacing this base and not replacing this base might have been a mistake for Larva. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And then, yeah, the way Best did this, just with Archons and Dragoons and Psystorm and just dealing with the mutas as they came. Larva didn't really commit heavily to the mutas. Not much more. Then, I don't know. He did commit. It was like a full stack that he did replace every couple times, but not like he had 30 mutas flying around or anything, right? But yeah, great upgrades here. 3-3-3 for those dudes. We knew the upgrades for the Lings and the Lurkers and the Hiders were all fully upgraded. I don't think Ultras would have been a good answer here. Not with the Archons and the Dragoons all over the place. But maybe Ultras would have been a better option here. But yeah, just great job. And you know, Best, I think, proved me wrong. I kept telling him, go up this ramp. Maybe he figured he'd lose too much. It's not worth it what he would lose to kill it. And he just kept his units alive, kept growing and growing and growing. The most concerted attacks he made were here, and where he did actually take that hatch down, which was a big deal too. So, GG Best. That was awesome. That was beyond awesome. Best is so, so, so happy, man. Wow. Well, that was truly, truly, truly fantastic. That is a great showing there from Best. PvZ gets the win. Who needs higher APM, huh? 12,000 Zerg units produced today. 1,000 died. That's a huge metric. Only 300 Protoss units died today of the 400 produced. So the numbers actually favoring Best there incredibly. The outspend here by Larva was this, but not enough. About 15,000 resources, but in 33 minutes didn't get it done. Soulkey's like, come on, Larva, let me give you some private coaching. We'll figure this out next time, and then you can take him down. Okay, that is a GG. That is a fantastic game just for a Wednesday. Just a random Wednesday cast, folks. Hope you enjoyed it, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War. It's remastered. Go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. It's falcon.paladin on Instagram, but you know that. And until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out. And here in 2025, keep StarCraft alive, and you take care of yourself.